Connecting. There we go. We're connected.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Lie down, sweet pea. Good girl. Lie down, potato. Sweet potato. Yes.
Arwen just walked in.
Yeah, Arwen's having them eyes talking about you.
I talk about you to everybody. I tell them how cute you are.
Plop. Alright, there you go. Oh, take a snoozy. Snore for everybody. They love it when you snore. Good morning. Flaxy says hello. Artsy Baprick says good morning. Julie Ferguson says good morning.
Hello, hello, hello.
Painting along today. Oh, Julie's painting with you.
Oh, nice.
And Gail's here. Wait, Gail's daughter turns 18 tomorrow? Are you kidding?
Wow.
That's a big step, Mama. How you feeling? How you feeling? My daughter turns 18 tomorrow and I have mixed emotions about it. My baby's all grown up.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, I feel you. Oh, boy.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to your daughter.
Is everybody here?
Yeah, we have about 208 people here.
Oh, right. Then I could start opening this.
You can indeed.
So, Miya, do you remember the Hemi Gouache people, the little McDonald's packets? Gouache people? They sent us a set of watercolors. Mm-hmm. So we're going to open it today, and we're going to paint a picture of Quan.
Who is?
Well, he was Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom, and he was... Why am I forgetting his name in Goonies?
I don't know. But someone will know.
Data? Or, no, not Data, or...
Let's see.
And he was recently, he won an Academy Award for Everything Everywhere, which I still have to see the rest of. I saw part of it on the plane.
I haven't seen it. We have people here from the Philippines. How are we this morning? We are okay this morning. Donna's been fighting a migraine since yesterday. So if I'm a little tired today, you'll know why.
She's been fighting and losing.
Yes, that's correct. I've been fighting and losing. Poor Santa, should he decide to join us today, saw me on Instagram at 3 o'clock this morning and said, Donna, I think you should be asleep. And I said, oh, Santa, I should be asleep, my friend. However, Arwen got me up at 1:45, and God bless her, she went back to sleep, and I did not, because my head was not behaving. So there you go. We've got friends here from Germany and Hungary.
Why is this taking
and the
so
Netherlands
long
and
I'm trying not to rip it.
Austria and the UK and Singapore and Oregon and France and India and Sweden. Wow, we have friends from everywhere this morning. Ooh.
You guys see that?
Yeah, what's that box? What's that?
Over.
What's all the boxes? Open them, open them, open them. I want to
Oh, right. Well, obviously I already opened everything just so I could look at it first. We have paper, watercolor paper. It's a block.
100%. Oh, look, it even tells you, open the lid. Remove sheet by inserting a palette knife here. That's funny. That's great.
This is 100% wood pulp, so it's not 100% cotton, but we will try it out. It's 300 GSM. It's cold press, acid free. There's 20 pieces.
That's new watercolors,
nice. We have palette. That's pretty cute.
It looks like a golf ball.
Finish. Yeah, it kind of does look like.
Doesn't look like a golf ball, you guys. Looks like a golf ball.
These we don't know what they are. Donna thinks they're for water. They look like little mitts.
They look like little
mitts. Stick your hand in. So.
Oh, it does open at the bottom. Yeah. You open it and push it down, and it's a little watercolor bucket. That's what it is.
She thinks it's for watercolor.
Yeah.
For water.
It's a desktop watercolor bucket. Look it. Ta-da!
She thinks you put water in it?
Yeah. That's what, according to the lid, I think you do.
All right, well, there's two of these. There is this. This is kind of funny.
What is that? Ooh. Ah. It's apple juice.
It's apple juice. No, it's gouache. It is, I think, white gouache.
Huh. Oh, yeah, look. White.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, the damage I could do with this.
Yes,
Just
because
one.
you'd open it and squeeze it everywhere. No, you may not do that.
They gave us a 2B and an HB pencil.
Oh, nice. Oh, they have little animals on them. Or weird-looking animals on
Animals
them.
with flowers over their faces.
Why? That's bizarre.
No.
I don't know either.
We got a little eraser.
We have a friend here from Uruguay.
Hello. And we got paintbrushes.
Hold them down. We can't see the tips. No, yeah, there you go. Oh, nice.
A very respectable business bird off to work.
He
Got
looks.
his little.
Oh, he's got a little
briefcase
briefcase. Oh, that's a busy bird.
Yeah. Off to get the worm. And then we have watercolors. I will take this and I will move this aside.
Nice.
So let's take a look.
What do we get? Oh, this is going to be problematic
Why?
because it looks like you have to squeeze the tubes too.
Oh, yeah, you always gotta squeeze the tube.
Yeah, I know, but you and squeezing things first thing in the morning. I don't know.
You do.
Wow, that's a lot of colors.
24.
Oh, 24
So
colors.
if I was going to guess, I'd say there'd be 12 on top and 12 on bottom.
Oh, now he's just being a smartass, people.
I'm just saying.
Look at this. See, he's just being a smarty petardy farty pants. Why do I have anxiety from this package? Bubbly art, you and me both. Because you know what's going to happen. The cactus is a brush holder. Oh, that's Ellie's Life says that. Oh, Emmett's here, Battlebrooks, and says, good morning. I've missed seeing you guys while the family and I've been on vacation. Sad we don't get to meet, but maybe next time.
Oh, I'm
Sorry about that.
Hopefully next time. We hope you're having a great time.
Steph Nerd says, Ink 2.0 fear. And says, the paint is already stressing me out. You and me both, right? Can't you just see it?
All right, I am going to set up a camera.
Oh,
to
Arthi
record.
just dislocated their knee. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
So I relocated it and slipped some ice on it because this is a recurring injury. But they were not about to miss the stream. Oh my gosh.
You're a trooper.
Hey, Spanish Sass is here. Hi. How are you? Long time no chat. Oh, David's here. Good morning, everyone. Hope you have your tea. You know what? I have not had more than 2 sips of tea this morning.
Can you guys see this okay? Can you guys see
Yeah,
this?
we can see it. I'm telling you, that palette looks like a golf ball.
Here, let me...
It's like a golf ball.
Closer. Is that a little better?
That's a little better.
All right.
Ooh, do I get to squeeze some paint?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking at, it looks at like the top part is where the colors are. So
Yeah.
this is a gray. Oh, Payne's gray.
Get out of here.
Look
Where does
at
it
that.
say Payne's Gray? Oh,
Payne's
it does. It says Payne's Gray.
That's got to be my first. Okay. Oh, look, it's a flip top.
Oh, that's cool. Wait. But is it, does it just come right out?
Yep, it does.
It does. And it's a flip top. Flip tops are nicer.
That's pretty neat.
That's a nice...
I like that.
You don't have to, like the other day when you were trying to screw the paint lids back on.
Yeah, let's try burnt umber.
Yeah.
They don't have burnt sienna though. Let's try burnt ochre. So I'm going to use all of the colors.
That palette is made of divots. You're funny. Malaysia and Slovakia are in the chat. And Santa's here. Good morning, friend. Santa says, best wishes, everyone. Miya, paints are so expensive here.
Are they really?
I'm sorry, Crisp. The cacti aren't heavy enough to hold brushes. They tip over. I think they would too.
There's a. Hold on a second. Wait a second.
What?
I just want to see. They are. This whole set is $20.
And 99 cents. It's on Amazon.
Can the what was it? Let me see if I can do it. Paste. Nope.
You got to go back there.
Hold on. I'm gonna copy and
Let's see if we can do it.
paste. There. There's a link. Did I paste it?
It's right here, honey.
Oh,
there.
good.
There it
Okay.
is.
So it's a $20 set for everything.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. That's cheaper even than the grabby stuff.
Yeah, that actually is cheaper than the grabby stuff. Hello from unidentified place. Oh, good morning from Ireland. I've recently gotten into watercolor and am in need of an affordable brand.
Hold on, guys. I think we have a problem.
What?
Listen.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Are you gonna put that on a different thing?
It's dried up.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Should we look and see what it looks like?
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just...
It's sandpaper. Put it on a piece of paper.
I'm gonna...
Put it on the box. Put it on the box. No, the other box. That
This
one.
box?
Yeah. Just see what happens. Oh, boy. Look out below. That gave me a heart attack. Dried out maracas.
Let's see.
No. Uh-oh. Well, that's no good. Ooh, okay, we get it. Put the lid back on and put it away. Paint should not be a musical instrument, says Santa.
No.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's not good.
I'm sure they will send us a new one, but...
Good thing it's watercolor and can be reconstituted with water.
Yeah, you know what? We could... Yeah, I don't know. I would rather just have them send me a new one.
Yeah, that shouldn't come out of the box like that, honestly. I mean, it shouldn't. And I get that we can, but yeah, that's a no bueno situation there.
All right, I am going to try this one.
What color is that? David says free maraca. Oh gosh.
Ooh, that is an ugly yellow. It's kind of a nasty greenish yellow.
Good.
Let's see here.
Please tell me you put the maraca paint off to the side.
I did.
Okay, good. Ooh.
Ew, these are all really kind of...
Maybe you need to shake it first? Ryan says, me and my teaching partner ordered some brushes and pencils off of Temu. Ridiculously cheap. If they are decent, it could be a game changer. Yeah, it sure could. Sure could. Yeah.
All right.
It's more relaxing to watch other people open paint, so I'll take it, Donna.
Yeah.
You're funny. Everybody loves the idea that it's a free maraca. You have to cut the tube open from the bottom if you want to shake it out. Otherwise, just pour water back in the tube, says Bethany.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to reconstitute it. I am going to try to shake these up a little bit because when I get rid of the... there's like that stuff that keeps it liquid at the top. Let me see if this makes a difference. Yeah, that seems to do a better job.
Yeah, you got to shake them a little bit.
It's not
maybe.
coming out all bubbly.
Oh, Shyla says, it replies to Ryan and says, I ordered brushes from Temu and was extremely pleased. That's good. The wells at the very edge of the palette stress me out a little bit.
Okay, so that is just goop. There's like no color to that.
Yeah.
And usually
Kids
when
are
you
not
paint
kind
with
to
that,
brushes.
it makes it all shiny. Oops. Shiny and whatnot. So let me try this again. There we go. All right. I'm going to definitely run out of
Palette holes?
palette holes.
You are indeed. Ooh, purple. Which blue is that?
That is pale purple.
Ew, pale purple.
Very nice color. This is Prussian blue.
Ooh, I like Prussian blue. I have a pencil that's Prussian blue.
I'm going to put the blues over here.
You have one more hole, though.
I know. But I'm going to put the blues together.
Oh, okay.
This one is ultramarine.
Ultramarine blue! Yay! I have no idea what I'm talking about.
It's never stopped you before.
Wow. See what I have to deal with? Do you see what I have to deal with? Oh, is Anne-Marie here? Did Anne-Marie sneak in?
Acid blue.
Acid blue?
Never heard of that before.
Me either.
Sky blue.
Why are paints more juicier than fruit? I don't know. I'm almost sad Scott didn't rearrange the colors. Ryan says, when I was in high school, we had to buy our own art supplies, and you best believe we took care of them. There's no accountability if it doesn't belong to you. That is very true. That is very true.
Here's yellow, green. I'll put that here.
Yeah, please do, because ew. Okay, that looks like mustard.
And then we got light green. Did I already do light green? Looks like I did.
I don't know where you would have done light green. Santa Claus says, how's Armin doing? You know what, Santa? She's doing fine. She, thank you for asking. She does not like the humidity, so we have not been able to walk the last couple days. I called the vet, and humidity when you're a heart patient is just not a good thing. So she doesn't get to walk. But I asked if we could put her in the stroller. And we can take her that way, but still, it's just a little bit. She's still just been hacking. Is that the one that? Yeah. Bugged me. It would be like painting with condiments. Oh gosh.
All right, and I got some of the green on my hand.
Oh, that looks like poop green.
Achoo!
No, it looks like baby poop. That's what it looks like. That looks like
poop.
baby poop. Oh, that's nasty. That's gross. Doggy treadmill. Actually, I do have a treadmill that I run on. Yeah.
All right, so let us. Let's still. Okay, yes. Let me get rid of the sun.
Is it true, Anne-Marie? Is it true? Is it true you passed your last class and we're going to have a graduate on our hands?
Hey, congratulations.
Is it true? We're so proud of you. Everybody give Anne-Marie a shout out. She's been working so hard. And she's going to be a music teacher. We need more wonderful people like her in the classroom with kiddos. And for all of our teacher friends out there, and all the parents listening, give them coffee. They need coffee. It's the end of the school year.
Okay, sorry, I gotta set up the camera.
It does look like baby poop. I know, right? Those watercolors are beautiful. Lots of love from Canada and us fellow artists. You baby poop. Can you try to squeeze the dried paint into a cup of water and squeeze it? Will that work?
Well, it'll it'll dissolve it. It's not going to reconstitute it.
Yeah, my mom tried walking her dog on the treadmill, but he was too scared. Yeah, I don't know if it would work. Never seen a paint tube with a mixing ball in it.
All right. So let's use their pencils. So I'm going to use their HB pencil.
Oh, can I have the 2B? Can I have the 2B?
Yes.
Will you sharpen the 2B and throw it to me so I can try it? I'll tell everybody what the 2B pencil's like. Sharpen it and throw it over to me. Woohoo! Yes! Don't sharpen the animal side though. I'm gonna try the 2B pencil. Oh, you could have just chucked that one. Thank you. He handed it to me. How sweet is that? So sweet. Ah! Oh, there goes my fountain pen.
She wanted me to throw her a pencil.
I know. I'm clearly not capable this morning of grabbing anything. Look, everybody's saying congratulations to Anne-Marie. What are you going to paint today?
I'm painting Quan. Academy Award winning Quan.
Anne-Marie says, it is true. I passed my last internship and then quote unquote forgot to tell everyone. What? No. You have to tell us so we can make a big deal about you because that's a big deal. I love how Donna's so excited about a 2B. Well, you know Scott's not going to use it, right? Because it's a B pencil.
I use B pencils when I'm...
You do not. When?
When I'm doing gouache.
Whatever. Do you use a 10B pencil?
Okay, we're not talking about 10B. We're talking about 2B.
I know, but do you use a 10B pencil? Because I use a 10B pencil. And it's like butter. What color should I use for skin if I don't have peach colored?
I use Windsor orange and rose madder. So I use pink and like an orangish yellow. And if you look, there's a video. There's a video on how I do skin colors or how I do skin in the Art Hacks playlist.
Is there?
There is.
Let's see. Oh boy. Sketchbook shenanigans. That is a Bethany question. Bethany Sketchbook Shenanigans wants to know if you have any advice for finishing oil painting quicker. How can this person make them dry faster without them cracking?
Try moving to gouache.
Or acrylic. Just kidding. Oh, look at all the people saying congratulations to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, we're so proud of you. Ryan says, I always have coffee. Thank you, Donna. You need coffee. You teach high school kids. You need coffee and a stiff drink at the end of the day. I have been in high school with my boys. Oh boy. That's funny. It's actually interesting. High school was such a thing with my boys and they always thought they knew everything. And now that they're in college, they actually call and ask for advice. It's so funny. Mom, how do I do this? Or what do you think I should do with this? And I'm like, oh, adulting is not easy, huh? And both of them have said to me at different points in time, Mom, adulting is hard. You think? Oh God, you think? Let's see. Do the brush pens only... I guess, do you use the brush pens only for pen and pencil for colored pencil? Time Warrior, I don't understand this question. Could you give me a little more details on your question? I don't understand what you're asking. Do you have any tips on how to get out of motivation deprivation hell?
I guess that's art block. And yeah, there's a couple videos on that.
Ellen says 2B or not 2B? That is the question. Oh, absolutely 2B. Absolutely.
Well, this 4H, or was it 2H, is pretty soft.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'll try
you can see I'm not pressing very hard, and the lines are pretty dark. So I would probably go with more of a 6H with this brand.
Yeah, this is actually not as smooth as I thought it was going to be. This is a pretty hard pencil.
Really?
Yeah.
They mislabel them?
Maybe.
What?
It says 2B.
Oh, you know what? This is HB. Oh, it's 2B and HB,
Yeah.
not a 4H.
No.
Oh, this is just like a number 2 pencil.
Yeah. This is actually harder, though, than I thought it was going to be. This is not a soft pencil. Try this one. Try the 2B.
It's going to be softer, honey.
You would think. Give me that one. Give me the HB. Let me write with the HB over here real quick. Let me see. Hold on a moment. We're going to give you our best. No, this is definitely harder than the 2B. Yeah. This is definitely harder than the 2B. But the 2B is not, I mean, this is not a, I would not say
it didn't come with inking, so it's not like they were set up for that. So
Yeah.
this is probably what's good for,
the paints.
yeah, if you're going to just do watercolors.
You think?
Yeah, because you got to have some line work.
Touche. Had a big test today, says Charlie, and it was fine.
Oh, good.
What is a cheap cold press watercolor book you would recommend?
My favorite is around $15, and it's the one I use, which is the Be Creative sketchbook. But otherwise, you can use the Canson XL sketchbook. They're cheaper, but I think for the money, I don't think you're really getting that much. I mean, it's light years away to spend an extra like $4.
Let's see. Oh, Artsy Batbrook, I'm sorry. They're on day 2 of a migraine too. I threw everything at it yesterday and could not get rid of it. Daniel Sketch Art says, can you show us the photo reference?
Oh, yeah.
He looks just like Short Round, only adult size
Yep.
now. Both Bethany and Santa are saying there's a medium you can mix with oil paint for faster drying. Ellie's Life. I need some advice, Scott. I want to post my art online, but I'm scared about those channels that steal people's art. What should I do?
People are going to steal your art. That's life, that's the price you pay. I have my art on pillows and drapes and whatever. I've seen it on my art on everything. It's just people are going to steal it. I think you make art to make art. Don't worry about people stealing your work. If you ever get my thinking is this: create a style that's so unique, or create enough body of work to where when people do see it, they recognize that it's your work, and focus on what makes you happy. Don't focus on what other people are going to say, what other people are going to do, and don't let that stop you from making art or getting your art out there.
For those of you asking, there are videos on animals, on how to draw animals and fur and things like that in the Art Hacks playlist. Also, there are videos of oh my God, the 30 Days of National Animals. That should help as well. Sorry, gosh, I had a massive brain fart there for a second. There's also a video, Sumanasri, on how to find your art style. Also in the Art Hacks playlist. Henry, coffee is the one thing that breathes life back into me, and I feel that. Adulting is hard. Adulting is hard. But we're so proud of you, Anne-Marie. We're so proud of you. Have you tried water-based markers?
Base markers. I have watercolor markers.
Yeah. And also alcohol markers, which most of the markers we have are alcohol markers.
And acrylic markers.
Blick is back in the chat.
Hey, Blick.
Good morning.
How have you
Blick
been?
says, good morning, everyone. We want to apologize to Donna Scott and the community here for our absence. Please don't apologize.
Yeah.
Everybody gets busy. We're happy that you came back.
We love you and we missed you.
Yeah, we're happy that you're here.
Where have you been?
We hope you have a strong cup of coffee this morning because we're feeling spicy and we're trying some crazy paints. And already one of them was like maracas.
Oh, yeah, so. Blick. I don't know if you saw this, but look at this. Ready?
Yeah.
Don't get that with the U-Track brand, do you?
No, the U-Trick ones all come out of the tube just fine the first time. Oh, gosh. Waffles or pancakes, honey?
Waffles.
Pancakes. Big surprise, everybody, huh? Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. Seriously, when he was about, high school, college?
High school is when you started to take it a little more seriously.
What were your guys' favorite subjects in school?
Well, art or recess.
Mm-hmm. Mine was Spanish. I liked Spanish. I liked sciences too, but could you guys see me going into the sciences in a lab somewhere?
What was it? Wasn't that your...
It was.
At Cal Poly?
It was. My major was chemistry, and then I realized I got into the actual lab courses for chemistry, and that was not where I shined, let me tell you. Not where I shined. And I will be very honest with you, I should have done foreign languages instead of choosing business. But here we are, too many years later. It's all good. How do you paint with gouache? I have a great set of gouache paints, but I'm scared to use them.
I did a video on that, but I paint with gouache. I go mid-tones and then your darks, and then I come in with the lights. And if there's a few lives where I paint with that. Yeah. So it is hard to do a whole painting in gouache in 90 minutes. So they're rather rough.
Yeah, I don't care for it when he does gouache on the lives. I was just very honest with him the other day. I don't like those big like swooshes with the paintbrush and stuff like those. Don't thrill me. I like watercolors on the live. I'm still smitten when you did Lizzo in the Ohuhu sketchbook with the Ohuhu markers and you were blending. They blended her skin tones so beautifully. I was very impressed with those. That's probably my favorite marker video that we've done, or marker live that we've done. Let's see. Time Warrior says, welcome to the Hobbit hole, most artistic place for imagination and creativity prosper and kindness rules. And no matter who you love, you are welcome to share and help others through their journey.
Oh, I love that.
That is fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
That is so amazingly sweet. That's awesome. Hey Scott, do some of the brands you use mostly bring Prismacolor's kneaded eraser, like Blick's watercolors had the Prismacolor kneaded eraser?
Okay, the question is...
No, the question is we've gotten kits from people, it was their proprietary eraser. Now the Blick kit for the U-Trick watercolors, that had a Prismacolor eraser in it. And I'm just assuming it's because U-Trick did not have their own brand and that was something that you guys put together. But Blick, can you speak to that maybe? Do you think AI art will be able to draw good hands soon?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
They put hands with like 17 fingers, ears in the middle of their forehead.
Okay, so apparently you just don't know how a sentence works.
No, I disagree. I don't think AI will ever replace
It's
humans.
impossible. Yeah, it can get everything else right but fingers, and it'll never in the history of the world ever figure it out.
Nope.
Huh? Okay.
The Peaceful Otter says, yep, Ohuhus are amazing. Let's see. Blick says, LOL, what an original take on tube watercolors. Dry in the tube, just add water. You know what, Blick? I just love you. I just love you. That was classic for this morning. That's so funny.
Again,
I wish I spoke Spanish, but I lost it all.
we know that stuff's gonna happen in shipping and whatnot or whatever, and so we're gonna trust that the fine folks at Miya are going to send us a new one.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Do you ever feel like drawing anime?
No. I went through a Dragon Ball Z phase in the 90s, and
Santa's traveling to a Blick store today. Which reindeer will be going with you? Why are you laughing? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
who are you talking to?
Santa.
I know, but who are you asking who's laughing?
You laughed. You guffawed a little bit.
Literally did not.
Arwen wakes me up in the middle of the night because she is a heart patient.
She's in diapers.
Yep, she has a heart condition and she is in puppy diapers in the house. And she's such a good girl that when she feels like she has to go, she lets us know. And usually, because of all the medicine she's on, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. So, but she's doing great, and she's just, she's just awake. So mommy gets up, and the sad part is that she will not let Scott take her out. He tries. We tried to rotate to take her out, but she just wants mom, and that's okay. Mila has a migraine too. I'm sorry, Mila. You know what? I've been fighting one since yesterday. Yeah. Oh, Ryan says it's Data. Love it. Apparently the Goonies sequel is back on.
It is Data. Okay. Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. Aw. Charlie's dog is asleep beside them. All these storms lately haven't been good for migraine or arthritis sufferers. I don't know what it was. Yesterday was a beautiful day. I don't know. I wish I knew. It could be barometric pressure. I don't know. Crafty Goldie says, I hope you two are having a good day. Also, thank you for being the adorable people you are.
Oh, thank you.
You're so sweet. Jamie Thompson says, I'd be happy that they liked my art enough to steal it in the first place.
Yeah. I know it seems silly, but that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, if there's a way to, I've gone to websites that, will send a cease and desist and do that. It's just nothing ever happens. And
yeah, usually you have to go to court, which some of our friends here have done. And as you all know, the court system in the United States is interesting.
So one of the things that I do like is YouTube, though, will let you know
YouTube's very good at that. Yes.
Steals your content, even if it's just a percentage of it.
Are there any videos on how to draw highlights on hair?
Well, I mean, that is kind of the whole thing of hair, the way I do it. So there is a video on hair. There's a couple of them. They might help.
Yeah.
They don't focus specifically on that, but they kind of talk about it.
How do you make a website to post your art on, but you don't sell it?
I don't. I would use something like a Behance or a
DeviantArt?
ArtStation. DeviantArt's really not a thing anymore.
Not a thing. Okay.
I mean, I still have my stuff on there just because it's been up there for ages. But
yeah, and why take it down? Can you use WordPress maybe? WordPress has a free component.
It's possible, but I mean, the good thing about something like an ArtStation is
people go there for art.
People are going there, to look at art, so you get more exposure. But
yeah. Anyone else love how Scott inks hair? It's got so much depth.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I noticed that you rotate the pen after every stroke.
Yeah, it's something I do unconsciously.
Hobbit.
Yeah, but it came from my time working in colored pencils. So when you work with a colored pencil, let me see if I can. This is not a colored pencil. This is a
Watercolor pencil.
Watercolor pencil. But if I was to let me see here. Can you guys see this?
Yes, we can see it.
I'm saying, can you see the
flat tip?
flatness of it, right?
Yeah.
So if I would just stay on one thing, I would get a flat tip.
Oh, thank you for explaining.
But if I was to, hold on, I'm going to pencil sharpener.
But you're doing that with a pencil. Does it work the same way with the brushes?
No, I said it's habit. And it could,
it's habit that you got from when you did colored
pencils. But if I do this,
okay, I understand now. Thank you.
It's gonna wear evenly, and you see, like it'll wear evenly. And so I just to preserve my colored pencils, because colored pencils were not
super
cheap.
expensive. Yeah,
I just
rotated.
It just became something that I wound up always doing, and so now I just do it whenever I draw.
Liska sent you a tip and said, bonus for the yellow music shaker disguised as a paint tube. Oh, Liska, you're funny. Someone else sent us a tip, and I can't find it in the chat, and I'm so sorry I can't find it in the chat.
Thank you.
I apologize for that.
I'm looking forward to trying the watercolors. Right now I'm not.
Ohuhu markers are good for the price. Scott likes the Ohuhu sketchbooks that you can buy, and we have a code for those if you want to buy it. We asked them for a discount code for you guys. We don't get a kickback for that, but we wanted you guys to have the discount code. So and Santa Scott Steph Nerd would like to know, do you park the reindeer in the parking lot or on the roof when you go to the art store? Yeah, that's a great question. What would be a good outlining pen for watercolor?
I like the zebra brush pen. That is my favorite.
Steph Nerd, I always want to practice. What's your honest opinion of watercolor pencils?
My honest opinion of watercolor pencils is I would never use them because they are a waste of effort. I don't like. It's the same reason why I don't use the what's the stuff that came with the Utrecht that we tried.
What stuff that came with it? The frisking?
Yeah,
fluid? Masking fluid?
The masking fluid.
Yeah.
It's you're taking an extra step that you don't need to do, and so.
But it was seriously
they're fun. And there's nothing. I have nothing against people who use them. But for me, if I'm going to be painting on the stuff, I could just as easily paint around the stuff. So it's just next. And the same thing with the colored.
Yeah, there are people who might prefer that step.
And again, they're asking me what my honest opinion is.
Right.
So if I was going to use this watercolor pencil, I'm going to have to sit here and draw, and then I have to take a watercolor brush, dip it in water, and paint over it. So now I've done it twice.
Yes.
Rather than just dipping it in paint and painting it. So it's an extra step. So for me, the reasons why I don't like certain things is if they add an extra step, they're useless to me. For me, I'm always looking for something that is going to save me a step,
right? Rather
than add a step. And so that's
because you are lazy.
They asked for my
you're
opinion.
Lazy. Okay, so let's do this though. So let me add This is the part in the live where we're adding a little asterisk and we're saying comments by Donna for free.
Oh no, we're paying for it. We're totally paying for it.
Do you want scones later? Do ya? Do ya? Oh, you're paying for it, buddy. So
day of my life.
The reason that there are a plethora of art supplies and different mediums and different ways to do things is because different people like to do things a different way. And so I'm sure Blick would agree with me and say, you can try it Scott's way, or you can try the masking fluid, or you can try Frisket, which is like shelf paper that you put over it. I've seen Scott use that. You get to try all of these wonderful supplies. I mean, within your budget, of course. And you get to figure out how you like to do your art.
All right. So I am going to show you guys.
What?
Because we're asking about the highlights.
Oh, yeah.
So you see the highlights there?
Yes.
Okay.
What colors do you see in the highlights?
It's just a gray.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is, this is black, and I'm going to feather to the highlight, and then feather to the highlight. So you'll see. So let's say the highlight's right here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to feather.
And feather. Interesting. And then you leave the middle open.
Yeah.
Aha! Did you see that? Shadows and shading in real time. Artsy Batbrick says, it's lucky you figured it out early. I have a biochemistry degree and had one lab job that was so toxic it ruined my love for the lab. Now I'm doing random jobs till I get something published. You know, we have encouraged our boys in college, that they're in college now, try things. If you see a course that you like, or you want to try something different, or now is the time to do it while you are young.
Yeah. Because
you will not go back. I mean, I won't say that for everybody, but I'm saying I will not go back and start over again at 50 years old. You know, and I've had kids for 20 years now. So during that 20-year time, my entire focus was on my kids and our business, and Arwen, of course. But yeah, try it now, do it now, try all the classes, all the things, and just give yourself the opportunity to love something different if you see something that you love. Outlining pens for watercolor are the Zebra brush pen or the Sakura Pigma pen. Those are both, I know I always pull them out of this little Ziploc bag, but those are the Sakura Pigma pens, and you can use those for that as well.
You guys see how now those are highlights?
Yeah, I love that you showed that.
And I could feather them a little bit more to make it a little bit more natural.
Charlie, if you go to the video under the products we've tried playlist, there's a video in there under Ohuhu, and it's a Lizzo video. Just Google Lizzo.
Well, there's also a markers playlist.
Right.
Too.
The markers playlist, you'll find all different kinds of markers that we've used. But, and by we, I do not mean me. Scott uses hot press paper for gouache. What's your favorite hot press paper right now, babe?
I don't really have one. I'll use whatever, because the gouache is not really paper dependent.
Okay.
So it doesn't really like it. I don't.
But you do like hot press paper for gouache.
I do like hot press.
Yes.
It's just like it doesn't need to be 100% cotton or anything like that.
Okay. Because it sits on the top of the paper. It doesn't bleed in. Blick says, that's correct. We don't manufacture erasers. We could have done a private label wrapper, but in this case, we think artists will appreciate a good, trusted brand name for the eraser.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you for that. Oh, Romney Rom lost their 17-year-old German Shepherd collie in January. He passed peacefully in his sleep. That is how I hope it happens with Arwen. Yeah, I do. I don't want to be clinical
17.
About it.
That you are very fortunate.
You are very, very lucky. Yeah.
Arwen is 11.
Mm-hmm. 11 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's in the bag on the right?
This is gouache.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I want to try it, but
Bethany says, yep, I fought and won a federal copyright lawsuit. It was miserable, but it was important to protect my work. Yes. However, it took years of your life and off of your life.
and I'm not in any way saying don't fight for it if it means that much to you.
It's just not, you would not fight for it for your personal thing.
It's a risk reward analysis kind of thing. Like I've had so many friends who have had to fight lawsuits. We've had to fight lawsuits,
Unfortunately.
and they're just a way for lawyers to make a lot of money. And
Yeah, we're not.
and
big
and,
fans
and
of
in a lot of
legal-
ways, I just move on, and I would just rather, people are going to be bad. It's just a part of a risk of. Not a risk, it's a byproduct of living in this world. There's going to be just bad people.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so
Unfortunately, but true. Okay, so there's a person who's using us as a podcast to keep them company.
oh, nice.
We are so happy.
All right, I am going to not use their eraser. Or should I try it?
If someone did a study/analysis on your art, would that make you uncomfortable?
No, not at all.
We have a lot of people that do that. How do you find the motivation to create art every day?
I will tell you, it is not easy. I have really, really been burnt out lately.
Yeah,
And,
you've been struggling a lot lately.
Yeah, so, I mean, just know there's just days I just don't want to go live. There's days I just don't want to make videos. It's really, really exhausting. The stuff that's interesting to me to do doesn't do well on YouTube and TikTok. And the stuff, like, I could be, drawing Pedro Pascal and this and that or whatever, and Weird Al and Taylor Swift and whoever's popular, and
those will garner more,
and
views.
and I'll do much better. But honestly, it's exhausting. It's tiring drawing celebrities all the time.
Yeah. Chris says, oh, I see. Thanks, Scott and Donna. With her side comments made the opinion even more funny. I don't prefer an extra step either, so I might try it if I want to decrease my storage space. Ha! See, somebody likes my commentary. Yes, that was raspberries. Blick says, masking fluid is kind of risky if you use it as a replacement for skill. It is good for complex layered techniques where an earlier application needs to be preserved. Frisket film is pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, I have frisket film, and I used to do airbrushing for the backgrounds of my Star Trek covers, and so I used to frisket out everything.
Star Scramble says, I thought microns were supposed to be good for alcohol markers and watercolor, but the ink's been bleeding for me. It's not an ideal product for wetter mediums. Is it not an ideal product for wetter mediums, or am I doing something wrong?
I don't know. I've never had a problem with microns bleeding with water. They seem to do pretty well. But, I mean, everybody has a different experience. It could be the paper, too.
What would you do if you got a $500 donation? Pass out, probably.
No. I would most likely tell the person that they did not need to give us a $5. We're doing okay. I would much prefer, if you're going to donate something like that, donate it to some people who need it. We're doing okay, and there are people in much more need than us. But thank you for thinking of us.
I'm not sad. I'm just fighting a migraine today. So I'm here. I am trying to be happy. But if you hear me a little off, it's just because my head is being not nice to me.
All right, are we
today.
ready? Let's try the paintbrushes.
Oh.
I really don't appreciate hay.
Hay?
This is hay, isn't it?
It's straw. And honey, it's all presentation.
I know.
If you think about it, there's a bird on the cover, and this looks like a bird's nest.
I know.
It goes with the thing.
It's also everywhere in my Hobbit hole.
If you don't like acrylic, why do you have the paints in the Hobbit hole?
I have tried acrylics a few times, and once you try it, you still have it. These acrylics that I have, there's some of them that are 30 years old.
Yeah, from when you were in college, right?
Yeah. Also, I have painted a couple family and friends' walls, even our boys' walls.
Correct.
We
did
painted
Winnie the Pooh on our boys' nursery when they were babies.
when the boys were born 20 years ago. So you just they just sit there. You're not going to throw them away.
Grief, 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Can we just take a moment to go, holy cow, I'm old.
All right.
I'm going to say that to Clarissa, the U-Trick masking fluid was wonderful that Scott tried. If you go back to the U-Trick watercolor paint set, look at that masking fluid. I was the one who got to use the little rubber eraser to get rid of it because it was fun. And you'll see what masking fluid does and all that kind of good stuff. Are these natural bristle? Are they synthetic? Do we know?
Anybody read Chinese? I don't see.
I was just curious.
There's watercolor paintbrushes. Is the only words that
I'm going to assume that they're synthetic.
Synthetic.
Yeah.
Fine by me because I like synthetic.
You do.
All right, here we go. Since we don't have we have the
alternative
shaky yellow.
Yeah, the alternative for the zebra brush pens is going to be the Pigma, the Sakura Pigma pens. Tips for capturing a person's likeness in a portrait.
Use good photo reference, and if you're having a hard time, trace it.
Katsy has had the idea of opening an online jewelry store, but has been too scared to do it.
Don't be. Look.
WordPress. You can do it on WordPress, or you can do it on our sites are hosted by Wix, W-I-X, Wix.
Yeah,
and they've been great.
I would say this.
Don't use Etsy. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say this. What's worked best for me, as someone who's tried to get my art out there for years, what's worked best for me is actually building up your audience first. Mm-hmm. Find your people before you go and open up a store. You could open up the store. It's you really do want to have the people. You want people to know what you do and to follow you and to
like your work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've been using Bristol. Thanks, Mr. Clock. Star Scrambled has been using Bristol paper for their Ohuhus and microns. Do you think that would cause the pens to bleed with the alcohol?
I like Bristol paper, but it does bleed a little bit. I've found, like I said, the Ohuhu sketchbooks worked best. Mm-hmm. The marker paper. Blow dryer.
Does watercolor bleed in mixed media paper?
It can. Mixed media paper isn't the best for it, but it can bleed. Let's see if we could find a pink.
Watching says, I just want to thank Scott, Donna, and all the mods. I came back from a rough day at school, but these lives and your amazing community always cheer me up.
Oh, thank you
so much. We are happy you are here. I am sorry you had a rough day. Sometimes they are rough.
All right, so
do something that makes you happy tonight.
The paper is, definitely not the nicest paper, and you could see just how the kind of see some of the white is coming up as I do this, the paper. So it's not really soaking into it. It's not being absorbed like it would on 100% cotton paper. But for $20 for the entire kit, you really
might be
can't
a
complain.
really good starting
It's
kit.
I mean, for the price, it's a really good starter kit.
Yeah. Chase majored in computer science, but made sure to get a minor in graphic design so that they could take art classes. I also took a painting class, even though it didn't apply to the minor, and had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
yes,
great.
That is what I'm talking about. If you can do it. Now, I realize that is a privilege because classes cost money. Yeah. I realize that's a privilege. But if you can try to use your general ed stuff to take classes that you would enjoy. One of our boys actually took a religious studies class this semester at school. Didn't think he'd enjoy it because it was one of the only classes he could get for a GE to put that in, and wound up getting an A in the class, doing so well, and really having lively debates and conversations with us when he'd call.
Yeah.
And that was a very cool thing. Very cool thing. The difference between hot press and cold press paper.
There's videos on that.
There is. I was waiting for the clock. Hot press paper is smooth. Cold press paper is bumpy.
I might have given him a little bit too much lipstick here, but let's...
Hey, Ryan, before you go, can you send me an email? Ryan LaRoque. Send me an email. The Miya / little Hemi Little Bird brushes are nylon, says Liska.
Nylon, okay.
How long have you both been married? Too long.
We just celebrated our 30th in January.
Oh, Dominic says, don't worry, you're not old, you're seasoned. You know, I will tell you a small story. The end. Just kidding.
Donna's never told a small story.
I never tell small stories. I always just go on and on.
Blow dryer.
And on.
Because I have so many colors, I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this. And I'm going to use every color in the palette.
Scott has the reference right next to him.
Yeah, would you guys like to see it again?
Some of people would, yeah. The world record for a dog's age is 30. Wow, that is a long time. If you want to draw people accurately, please trace them. Scott started drawing when he was 6 years old. I think that is a vinyl one, Ryan. I think that is vinyl. There are videos on how Scott gets out of art block, where he finds his inspiration and how he puts things together. What is interesting for you to do?
I think I like to travel. I mean, I hate to travel, but I think it's interesting for me to see new places and paint things. And I like to fill up my sketchbook with places and whatnot.
I don't paint not because I've never wanted to paint. I have tried watercolors. And I have a paint by number painting I'm working on upstairs. I'm just not artistic in the same way that Scott's artistic. I sew, I knit. Like I said, I have the paint by number upstairs. My favorite thing to do right now is journaling. I have numerous journals going at the same time right now. We would love to see Don's commentary on books. That is another thing I really love to do, is read. I've had a rough start to the year. So, mental health wise, I've just had a lot of anxiety, and I'm working through that. But I've had a little bit of a rough start to the year. So if anybody's in the same spot with me, I see you and I feel you. And here we are. What do you prefer to create over drawing celebrities?
I like the travel journal. I like to go and sketch the world around me. I think that's fun. And I like to do like the hair journal type of Art Nouveau kind of things. I think those are kind of relaxing and pretty and I like that.
Scott's favorite medium is watercolor. Nilla Wafer is eating fudge striped cookies while they watch this. Boy, those sound
nice.
good.
Blow dryer.
There's 24 colors in this particular set.
And I'm not going to try to use all of them, but I am
Well, you
really
can't use
just,
one of them.
Yeah, but I am really just kind of throwing every color at it. This is not what I normally would do. I'm just...
And says they've tried those brushes and they do all right, but one in my set doesn't seem to be glued properly. Blows bristles like crazy.
Ugh, I hate that.
Let's keep in mind, if we can, that this is a $20 set. This is not a set like the Utrecht set was, where the watercolors are professional and very high end. And the brushes Scott liked, and he was actually really impressed with the brushes. Let's not confuse the two.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's you get what you pay for, right? But
You do.
I think everybody should start off with a cheaper set. I think it's
Just if you wanted to give it a try.
yeah, don't go and go and buy the most professional brands if you just to try it. But that said, using using not professional brands like this does give you a different feel than using professional stuff. So, you might have a different experience because the colors aren't doing what it looks like when you see me doing it. And so keep that in mind too. Like I'm having a rough time because of the paper, I think, mostly.
Do you have any tips for drawing better?
Draw everything every day. That's what I like to do.
Random things, normal things, coffee cups, salt shakers,
There's a
your
video
lunch.
on it and there's a series on it.
Yeah. Scott's favorite color is Payne's Gray. We did not go to the art supply store on Monday. Monday was a very long work day for us. We had some meetings. We have more meetings today. And yesterday was fighting a migraine day for me. So I did get some work done. But yesterday was fighting migraine day. I have tried crochet. For some strange reason, my brain does not process one needle. Probably because I've been knitting since I was a kid, and 2 needles make sense to my brain, but 1 needle does not make sense to my brain. Soap. For what to draw Red Panda. Rosalind, Scott's art has changed over time. There is a video on that. Do you remember what it's called, honey?
Watch my art grow over 40 years.
There you go. And that's in the
yeah, just
playlist.
look under the videos section, not the shorts section.
What's your favorite thing to bake? My favorite thing to bake... okay, this is going to be a little self-serving, but I'll tell you anyway. I love to bake cupcakes for my boys because when I say I'm going to bake them cupcakes, you should see their faces. They get so excited, and then I get hugs, and then when they're done eating them, I get kisses.
So this is going through its ugly phase right now, which I don't usually have an ugly phase with the watercolors, but I'm throwing everything at it. So let's see what happens.
I noticed you.
I'm gonna go for a bigger brush.
We always get quiet for Mr. Clock because since we've been going live, people always like to hear the grandfather clock chime. And so Scott got that from his dad, and that's what we do. We let the clock have his moment. What do you do with the leftover paint on the palette?
You can reactivate it when it dries. So this is my palette that I've had for almost 10 years. You can see these are all dry. You just add a little bit of water and you can reuse them again.
Yeah. Blake says, synthetic filaments are so good these days. There are always options for artists wanting to avoid animal products. Many offer all essential advantages of hair with better durability.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Durability is all I'm looking for. Just keep the shape.
Yeah. I like the fact that that they're more animal friendly and avoiding using animal fur. I don't like that. I remember going one time into
blow dryer.
What was I going to say? I remember going into a Coach store to look at handbags, and they had, this was years ago, they had a bag that was trimmed in fur, and I was petting the bag, and I was like, oh, this feels so soft, and this and that, and I looked at the tag, and the tag didn't say what kind of fur it was, so I asked the salesperson, what kind of fur is this? And they said, I said, is it synthetic fur? Because I don't believe in killing things just to wear them. I'm not a cave woman. And they said, it's rabbit fur. And I said, is it synthetic rabbit fur? And they said, no, it's real rabbit fur. And I put the bag down and I said, thank you for your time. And I turned around and I walked out. So there you go.
End.
The end. I know you prefer hot press for gouache and cold press for watercolor, but if you use them, what would you use for acrylic or oil?
I've used hot press for acrylics. So I'd probably do the same thing for oil too.
What do you do when you mess up on a watercolor paint?
I mean, this is pretty messed up right now. I keep working at it, and I have tools that I've kind of worked out to be able to overcome it. So if I wanted to, I can come in with a little bit of gouache, or I could just start over. So I lost an hour of my time. Not that big of a deal.
Let's see. It's 10:15 a.m. here.
Yeah, I am trying to.
Scott doesn't use fountain pens. I have 2 fountain pens. I actually have one sitting here on my notebook right now that I am
Dropped
using
earlier.
and love very much. I used to like ballpoint pens. I've never been a rollerball pen kind of girl. Never liked. I use gel pens from time to time, but now that I have a fountain pen, I love it.
So I think the problem I'm having the most with is the paper, because the paint is really just not soaking in at all. It's just sitting on top of it, and
what does that make it harder to do? Blend?
Yeah, I mean, it just you can tell the difference. You look at the way that it just kind of pools up.
Yeah,
it doesn't look pretty. Let me see if I can find.
Do you have a scratch piece of paper?
No, I do. I'm just looking to see if I can find a watercolor that.
Steph Nerd misses traveling too. And Sarah says, I guess Scott likes being in new places, but not the process of actually getting there.
Can you guys see the difference in the hot press? And just
you can definitely see the texture on it.
Yeah,
sure.
but it's just something in the way that the watercolor just kind of sits on say hot press? Mm-hmm. Sorry, 100% cotton paper.
Mm-hmm. Cold press, 100% cotton paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have I usually do, but anyways, let me blow dry this. I'm really curious about the...
Bethany says, you can't use paper for oil paint. Well, you can, but it will fall apart. Sorry, don't listen to Scott when it comes to oil paint advice. No, don't, please.
All right, do I just pop it off?
You have to turn it.
No.
Better you than me, because I'm not ruining my nails on that. Mm-mm. Sarah says, the only real fur clothing that I have is an heirloom coat from my great-grandma. It has mink fur trim. This is the only animal fur clothing that I'll ever own. That's different. That's a piece you inherited. I'm a noob. What's cold press and hot press? Cold press paper has texture to it, and hot press paper is smooth.
All right, ready? I gotta find out.
Yeah. Bethany's got one that was her grandmother's and she can't decide what to do with it either. And Bethany is a huge animal lover and advocate. She rescues cats. What's your favorite brand of fountain pens? I love Wordworth and Blacks. I only have two, and I've only tried those two and a dip pen and a pen where you can actually change the nibs, the nibs like slide in. Another kind of dip pen. So I've only tried those two. One's a Conklin and one's a TWSBI. I love the Conklin fountain pen. I'm just learning about fountain pens now, so I don't know a lot about them, but I like a very wide tip on my fountain pen. When is your favorite time of the day to create?
The mornings. I like the mornings. All right,
Just
so that
realized
is
you were actually live.
I'm gonna.
Have you ever played any RPG games?
Well, I mean, when Dungeons and Dragons first came out in the 70s, I played it. I liked it. Unless you're talking about video games, and I played a couple of those too. So I'm going with a lot more color now. Let's see if I can.
Simon's wife wants to start watercolors, but she's scared to. Any advice?
Just remind her it's just paper. It's just paper. Nothing bad happens if you mess up. Look, I'm on a live with how many of you right now? And I'm not really making a nice piece of art. Not something I'm going to keep. But at the end of the day, if I don't like it, I could just throw it away. It's just paper. You're not dealing with life and death. Make art. There's no risk to making art. You know, the people are always so worried about failure. You can't fail at making art. You just make art.
Can't fail at journaling or sculpting or anything. Failure is just there are lessons
to me,
on
failure
what not
is
to
not
do.
doing the thing. That's failure.
That's true.
So better to just do it and
Just try.
Yeah, just try it.
Yeah. Try and have fun with it. You never know whether or not you're gonna like something until you try.
No one's gonna make art and usher in the end of the world. No one's nothing so horrific is gonna happen. If it's not quote unquote good, yeah. So seriously, just I always tell people to just don't give yourself that much credit that you're going to do anything that's really going to affect the world so much. If you mess up, it's not a big deal. Hey, honey, I think she wants to come back in.
All right.
You literally she just turned right back around.
Okay. All right. Come on, sweet love. Let's go up these stairs. Let's go up these stairs. Come up these stairs with Mama. Huh? Come up these stairs with Mama. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. I have to, what do you do for work?
Currently I'm doing this. We're hoping to start our next film soon, but, yeah. But, that I write and I direct and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I guess. So, yeah, this is not looking great. But let's see what we can do to... I think also part of it that's bothering me is I'm literally using every color. I never would do that. But I thought, let's get a feel for everything. It's always interesting trying out new art materials, because you kind of get used to your materials, and it's hard enough. It's hard enough getting comfortable with the materials that you use every day. Like, I still don't feel happy with my work on a day-to-day basis. So then to say, oh, now let's just throw all that out and try something that you've never done before is a real shock to your system. Not a bad thing, but it is a shock to your system. I do not like this green. But I could at least say I tried it, so now I'm going to go over it with this color.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Somebody needed all the attention.
Yeah, her ears just went back and she's like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, she just not having a good morning. She's not. And I grabbed my little ice helmet, little ice pack that's a helmet that goes on your head to hopefully get rid of your migraine, aka my migraine. So I apologize for that. But let's just do that real quick. Okay.
So I think what's going to happen is I will go and play around with this later, try to finish it up, see what I could do with it. But yeah, we're at pretty much 10:30.
Do your kids like painting too?
No.
They could. They're good at it, but they
Yeah.
just choose not to be artists.
Blow dryer. It's funny, I think about, I was like, should I redo it with my own art supplies, or should I just try to make the best I can with what I have?
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cupcakes are considered unhealthy in my family. It's depressing.
Cupcakes are unhealthy. There's nothing healthy about them.
Cupcakes have eggs and milk in them. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, and copious amounts of sugar.
Not copious amounts. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Santa says, I had an elf just ask if Scott has a manager with all of these meetings. I said, yes. Guess what her name is? Oh, Santa, I love you. Santa, you never let me know which reindeer are going with you to the Blick store. Anne-Marie gets the 1 needle, but not the 2 needles for knitting and crochet. You're funny. Isn't it funny how you're for one person, it likes one thing and what one person likes something different, or one thing makes sense and another thing doesn't. This is why there's so many art supplies, guys. So many art supplies. So many notebooks and pens and paintbrushes and paint colors and markers, and everybody likes something a little bit different. Sarah says cupcakes are unhealthy, but what's important is moderation. Yes, which is why Donna doesn't bake cupcakes often, because moderation and Scott with cupcakes or really any type of sugar is a joke. He's like addicted. So if I bake cupcakes because the boys are home, I will say, how many cupcakes would you like? And Logan will say, 3 is fine. Brennan will say all of them. And Scott will say 5. Now, should Scott at 54 years old be eating 5 cupcakes in a sitting? Probably not. Will he? Yes.
Oh, 100%.
If I give him 3, will he go back behind my back and frost 2 more cupcakes and eat 5 cupcakes? Absolutely, he will do this. Steph says, if we are going by amount of daily sugar in a healthy diet, bananas and orange juice are also unhealthy. Yeah, but that's but that's natural sugar. I don't think any food is unhealthy. It just depends on how much and how often you eat it. Once in a while, cupcakes are fine. I agree. And also, here's the thing. If you deny yourself, this is true in my humble opinion with anything. If you deny yourself a candy bar, a cupcake, a potato chip, something, when you do finally get it, you'll eat like 26,000 of them. Hashtag practical experience. Do you like making realistic sketches?
Making stuff realistic is easier than making stuff not realistic. So for me, if you're like, hey, draw this exactly as you see it, is second nature for me. It's really, how do I make this not look like a photograph? How do I make this look like a piece of art? And what makes it art? And what makes it good art? These are the questions that run through my mind. And so I don't dislike doing realistic stuff. I just... And back down she is. Mm-hmm. I just tend to... I'm in this stage in my career where I want to make art that is unique, that is not a photograph.
151 says, failure is not the opposite of success. You can't learn unless you fail at it first. We have a pet now. Her name is Arlen. She's 11 and a half years old. She is a rescue, which is my favorite breed.
All right. So this so far has been a failure. And I am going to try and save it.
Yeah. We have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet. We made a film, an animated feature film called Animal Crackers. It is on Netflix. For me, I would never want to turn Animal Crackers into a live action movie. I have zero desire to do that, and it irritates me that Disney's doing that.
Animal Crackers was originally written as a live action movie. I originally wrote it as a live action. The studio wanted a Alvin and the Chipmunks type of movie with CGI animals, and so I wrote Animal Crackers.
What do you think about this brand overall?
I think it is an amazing deal at $20, and I think you get a lot for $20. I think the paper, for me, the paper is always the weakest link.
Yes.
But
it seems to be a running commentary.
I think it's a much better deal than like a Crayola. And obviously the paper is much better. And for $20, I would highly recommend this to somebody who wanted to try out watercolors. I would always just put the caveat of these colors do not work the same as professional colors. The paper doesn't work the same as professional paper. So keep that in mind. They're probably not going to last as long as far as like light fastness as well. But again, it's a good starter set. Just if you get this, reach out to them.
Honey, that's going everywhere and it's on your painting. Don't let
fine.
it stick.
It's not going to ruin the painting.
Santa says, Scott, cupcakes are one of the secondary food groups after cookies, which is the first food group. Donna, reindeer for the trip are from our secondary team, none that you would recognize. It will be Noelle's first trip. Aw, yay! That's actually probably smart. They do so much work around the holiday time. They need to rest the whole rest of the year. I get that. Bethany says Blick says we are fully prepared to receive reindeer-powered aircraft at all locations. Oh, Blick, that's so cute. That's adorable. I love that. If you cannot have sugar, you're diabetic, etc., you can treat yourself in other ways. And sometimes treats to yourself look like a new pen, a new pad of paper, a new notebook,
new art supplies,
new colors of ink, a new book from the bookstore. Yeah, sometimes that's what treats look like.
We're done.
Are you going to list this on S. Saba Art?
If somebody would want it, I wasn't. You guys want me to? I'm happy to, but I wasn't planning. Oh, are you talking about the art supplies, not the painting? Yes, I think Bethany already did.
Yeah, there should be a link on the website. She already put that up there.
So I'm gonna dabble a little bit with the gouache right now, and
yeah, he's dabbling. New woolen socks. Ugh, it's too hot for woolen socks right now. How long do most of your paintings take?
I try to keep them to 90 minutes for stuff like this.
Yeah, because you guys have asked to see the painting and the sketching and everything here on a live. What did you do on Animal Crackers? We made it.
I created it, I wrote it, I directed it, and
I produced it.
Yeah.
Also known as all of the paperwork side. They want to know what you're going to do with the paints on the palette.
I'm going to leave them there.
Why do you use synthetic brushes? Just curious.
Donna and Santa bought me some nice, sable? And I'm sorry to say they were very expensive, and I did not like them. They just didn't hold their shape. And
in all fairness, he didn't take care of them.
I don't need something that's gonna require more of my attention. Like I said, everything I do should make my life easier, not more difficult. And so that's what I'm looking for, is that. And God knows why I'm married to Donna, but
you're a glutton for punishment. You have been for 35 years.
Yeah, apparently.
It's already on the website, currently at the bottom of the list, but I'll get it moved to the top. Scott's supply list. Great.
So
can you wait? Hold on a second. Can you put it under supplies we've tried? Put it under supplies we've tried and put it at the top so you can see that there.
You guys can see I'm using the gouache now. A little bit of white gouache can kind of turn your watercolors into gouache. Lighter gouache, like you're not going to get, darker gouache, but I can actually go in and play around a little bit.
People are saying you're telling everybody that there's no failing in art, but you're saying you're failing in art.
Oh, I'm totally failing in art. Yeah.
This is just his mood thing. So when you guys think that you see him and you're like, oh, he never has moods. You don't live with him. He has moods. So many moods.
Yeah. I want you all to know that you are not alone in how you feel. Mm-hmm. This is how I feel. This is my, these are my thoughts that are going through my head right now. And I want you guys to know that and know that you're not alone. We all go through this, in every stage. We all feel like we're the worst artist. We're this, we're that. And I think it's natural. It's not healthy, but it is natural.
I love my Kolinsky sable brushes.
I love that you love them.
Did you do any of the animating on Animal Crackers?
No. There were artists who were much more talented than me. I have not animated anything in probably 10 years. Mm-hmm. Maybe more.
Oh, yeah. It is in the art supplies we've tested. Oh, thanks, Bethany. Do either of you like pineapple pizza? Nope. We do not. Gonna ask the very last time before either falling asleep or getting timed out. Opinion on Talking Heads.
The group?
Yes.
I had nothing against them, I thought I think I maybe liked one or two of their songs, but I never really followed them or anything.
There's a video on tips on art block. Ruchi loves natural bristles because they hold the water and paint so well, but they are much softer and you have to take care of them. I don't mind though.
Yeah.
Soap says, I love watching these lives. The community here makes me so happy. My parents aren't the most supportive. Of course, I still love them, but when I'm here, I feel so safe and needed.
Oh, well, thank you.
We're happy that you...
And I'm glad you still love your parents. Sometimes parents, as the Fresh Prince would say, sometimes parents just don't understand.
So many things I want to say, but yeah, you're always welcome here. You're always welcome here, and you're loved. Sup says, Scott and Donna, can you give me some parent-like advice? I don't know where I'm going with my life. I am good at many things, but not what to choose.
My thoughts are move in a direction. So if you have any skills, anything, move in that direction. At least go in a direction. If you have a passion, do that passion on the side and see if you get better. And if that passion could become a career, fantastic. But you have a skill, whether it's accounting or sales or something that can at least support you, do it and do it well. But don't give up your passion. Mm-hmm. Donna, do you have anything? Or
I'm going to say that if you sit down and you take some time to make a list, a pro-con list, make a list of things that you like. And I'm going to say there will always be something that will stand out to you that you love, even maybe a little bit more than something else. But use this time to find what makes you the most happy, to find out something that you really like. I'll give you an example. I have a friend who has a son who loves writing, and he is now trying to figure out, going to be applying to colleges in the fall and trying to find out what he really wants to do. And so he's now researching different careers that he can do with writing, things that he can do that would make him happy. And that's a great place to start. Career Center at your school is a great place to start. The library resource desk is a great place to start. Or just Googling, say you decide, after thinking about it and making a list, I really like, cooking and drawing, and I like a math class. Go in and Google what kind of careers can I do with these things, and that'll help.
I never use black watercolors, but I'm like,
give it a whirl. What is each of your comfort foods?
Gosh. Well, see, there's two types of comfort foods. There's the comfort foods that are healthy for me, that like I know I can eat it and I'm not gonna pay for it later. And there's a comfort food where you're like, I'm totally gonna pay for it later, but I just need something. So
yeah,
I think pizza would be the latter, and something like Sherva would be the former, or actually chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, he eats a lot of chicken noodle soup because it's comforting and safe for him. My comfort foods, cookies, ice cream, potato chips, wine, chocolate of various kinds, macaroni and cheese when I was able to eat it, when I used to be able to eat it. That was one of the things I loved. Let's see.
I'm still ready to sign off when you are, honey.
Okay. Okay. We'll just leave it at that today.
Yeah, I'll keep messing around with it later.
My brain hurts. So I apologize. We'll just keep it at that for today.
Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us, guys.
Maybe I can salvage this. Maybe, we'll see. But I think it was a good experiment.
Ellie says, sorry if this is a bit iffy for you, but what made you want to get diagnosed with autism? I'm autistic myself, and you're an inspiration to express my autism.
We had a family member who was diagnosed and was not happy that they were diagnosed. There's the stigma of autism.
Like you're broken. There's something wrong with you.
Because people would say, like use it as a slur, like you're autistic kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so they just did not want to accept it. And so to show them a little solidarity and show them that they're not alone, I thought, well, let me go get tested. And turned out that I have it too. So, and I think most everybody who knew me kind of thought it, but it was more just to kind of show some solidarity. But I think being diagnosed really helps me understand why I have problems with certain things and why certain things cause me pain and whatnot, rather than like we always say, people always say, just suck it up. And so it definitely helps me understand the world that I'm, kind of walking through a little better.
Mm-hmm. And it helps me actually too. I know how to deal with things when they come up with Scott a little bit better.
Yeah.
And that helps. That helps me too, for sure. For sure. Okay, so thanks for being with us. And I'm sorry if I'm a little off today. I apologize. I'm hoping to be better by Friday. And we'll see you there.
And so Donna's going to leave a link, and we're going to reach out to the Miya people and say, hey, what can you guys do about that? And I'm sure they'll send us a new yellow.
Yeah.
I will finish this up. I'll make a video on it, and we will see you soon.
Thanks so much for being here with us today, and we love you all, and have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you guys back here on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.